Okay, so today we're testing the LaserPecker Pro laser engraver along with the auto lifting stand, which personally I think is a real must. It saves you having to mess around with rulers and things like that. It's not often I get giddy about things that I'm reviewing, but this is absolutely fantastic. There's so much that you can do with it. You could even turn it into a little business for yourself if you wanted to. But let's get on to the actual review itself. Let's look what comes with the package to start off with. So the main thing is there's the LaserPecker, and on there you've got your 1/4 inch screw, or your 3/8 screw, sorry, for your tripod. Now I would only use this if I wanted to etch something at a 90-degree angle, so it may be on a wall or something like that. It's got extending legs, so you can adjust the height on it, and you'd use it like that with your item underneath it. As I say, if you're using this though, you've got to measure the distance, so it's going to be something that is in the background and it's there if I need it. So along with the actual laser itself, you have your automatically adjusting platform there. You've got your USB-C to standard USB connector for your power, and then this one is that pops into there. That's a USB-C connector there. That sits on there. The power connector comes round, plugs into the top. And if we have a look underneath, you've got a USB-C connector there, which transfers the power to the top and through to the LaserPecker. You also get some laser glasses which prevent the blue light getting through to your eyes and causing any accidental damage. These are a real must, these. So to power it, I'm going to pop in the USB-C connector underneath, and then this could go into an adapter plug or something, but all I use it with is a power bank. This is about, I think it's 19,000 milliamp if I'm not mistaken. It's more than enough to power this for absolutely ages. See, so it's just switched on now. Let's just turn it off for a moment. Keep your finger on the button and it's off. Before we fire up the app and just get some basic etching done on this piece of wood, I want to show you some etching that I did earlier. So this is a pencil sketch of my parrot that's taken from a photo, and this is a photo from holiday. Again, really easy to do. You may want to just make it a bit finer, if, or I would if I was to do it again, but let's get the app fired up. And to do that, once you've downloaded it, click on the app, it comes up. You just press start there and it goes through to the next one. Right, so the first thing to do here is to connect the device to the phone. You can see the blue light flashing on the front there. Go into the menu, go into Bluetooth device connection, and as you can see, we've got the LaserPecker up here. Click on there. It's connecting. You hear the tone and the blue light's now steady. So let's come back out of there. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to print something really basic on here, and I'm going to show you there's different creation tools on here. You can go into an album, you can pull up whatever you want on there, pull up a picture, go into your camera, pull up any pictures from there, make something out of it, or you can, let's just go back. What we're going to do is we're going to go into creation, and I'm just going to write something onto it. So first of all, if we can just see down here, I'm just going to use solid lettering. You can do more fonts there, so you've got more fonts to choose from. You can also go into painting. If you click up at the top, you can do freehand there with all sorts of different changes that you can make to it. But let's go back to text. So we're going to go for solid. We can also print barcodes or QR codes, which is really useful. But let's go into what I'm going to write. So let's do Jensen's cave will do. Click confirm, and then we're going to next. You can give it a file name if you want to, but the first thing to do is the size of it, and it's basically the length of whatever you're doing. So the maximum that you can do is 100mm, so let's go up to that. If you put 300 in, for example, it'll just default down to the smallest size, so you've got 100 there. I will do a file name. I'll just do J. Right, okay. Next. Oh, hang on, before we do that, if you press start preview, what will happen is it will send out a laser and it will show you the size that it's going to be doing. Now, because we've put a piece of timber on there, the distance here, it will automatically measure it, and that is basically, you press this button, you see the laser come out, and you can see this rising, so it's exactly the right size. Right, there we go. So let's do preview, we'll start preview. Right, so the password's been keyed in, and you can see now, you can either quit the preview or you can show the center point. So I'm going to show the center point first, just so that we can get this into the middle. Right, I'm happy with that. And then continue the preview. So this is just going to show us that it's not going over anything that it shouldn't do. So that's the outline of what it's going to be doing. And as I'm more than happy with that, we will quit the preview. We'll go to next. Now it's sending the file, and it's a really basic file, so it's only taking a few seconds. If you're sending a picture, it can take anything up to 2 or 3 minutes. Right, now if we have a look at this bit now, we can look at the material. Currently set at custom. I'm going to change that and I'm going to put it to wood. Confirm. Power 100%, depth 80%, and I only want it to do one pass, and that is basically it. So when I press start now, this is going to start operating. So start. See the green lights on saying that it's going to do it. And we're off. So as it's running, I'll just show you the app. It tells you that it's doing the engraving, it tells you the percentage complete, how long it's taken. So at the moment we've taken 7 minutes to do that. It's probably going to be about 10 minutes in total, so it's something you can just leave and let it run on its own. Really, really easy. Let's just see it finish. 99%, nearly finished, and that's it. All done and dusted. Right, let's have a look at that. And there we go, Jensen's Cave. So easy to do. And just to show how easy it is to do photographs, basically start, go into album, choose the photo. So I've taken a photo of Milo, my golden lab, and if we go to pencil drawings, so that's the pencil drawing there, and if we then just click OK, it takes us to the edit screen, and you can tailor it. So in other words, you can crop it, so you can bring it to whatever you want. Have it like that, click OK, and then you just go through the process of etching. But you can see by the quality of the picture, the higher the definition, the longer it takes, but you get such a better engraving by doing it that way. So that's really easy. You can also add text as well, you can rub things out. So if you didn't want this down here, just erase, and then you can see that's just rubbing out there. Don't want to take out too much of his face. So lots of ways to play around with this for a perfect outcome. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to do to print this logo onto a leather belt is obviously get the leather belt, make sure it's oriented in the right direction, and it's going to print from the top down. So if you don't get it right, then you're going to have an upside down logo, which is something that you don't want. So now we've got the app, and what we do is open the album, go to what it is that you want to print. Right, now this is it. We're going to go into going to go into grey. You don't need it as pencil or anything, I want this as dark as possible. Right, once you've done that, click on OK. It tells you that it's a high resolution this, so it might take a while to send. Click on tailoring, and when you've done that, just make sure that you've got everything covered on it that you want covered. So that's fine now. Click OK. Click next. A couple of things here, so you need to put the size on it that you want, and it's along the longest edge, and then we can do a preview. So I'm going to put on this, I'm going to put 60mm, and we'll see what that's like, and we'll call it Oak 1, and then we'll start a preview. So when I click this now, what we should see is a laser outline. Right, okay. So this is now showing us where we need to put the belt. So let's bring it back. Right, that looks almost perfect. So we've done that, so you can see the outline being done. Quick preview. You could show the centre point, but I don't want to do so. Quick preview. We've already done the size, we know what the file name is, let's do next. And it's going to start sending the image data across. Now, it's already warned us that it's high resolution, so it's going to take a minute to do, so we'll come back to that. Right, so we're good to go. All the information has been sent. I'm just going to make a slight change. Instead of wood, I'm going to set it as leather. Confirm that. So now the material is set at leather. I'm going to take the power up to 80. Confirm that. The depth, we want it to be 90, and I just want it to make one pass. So we're good to go now. Let's press the start button. It gives you all the information, it tells you how long it's done, how many passes it's made, etc, etc. So let's watch it. And that's it, all ended, as you can see there. So ended laser engraving. It took 25 minutes and 21 seconds. We can engrave it again if we want, or we can go back home and start something different. So let's just have a look at the finished article. And there we go, all done and dusted. A nice little Oakley motif on the leather belt. Fantastic. So the in summary for me is, what an absolutely fantastic bit of kit. Something to play around with, something to be useful. You can do your pictures, you can do your nameplates, you can etch onto leather, which is useful. So there's a wallet there, I could put somebody's name on it to do as a gift. There's all sorts of things that you can do. The app is so intuitive, and there's so much adjustment you can make to the engraving that you're going to be doing. Really, really easy. So that is a big recommendation for me. Not the cheapest, but certainly the easiest that I've come across anyway. So yeah, I've got a lot of playing to do, and so have the kids as well. Just make sure that they're wearing the glasses.